If the word lazy has been running on repeat in your vocabulary lately or your mental loop, I want you to challenge that. I want you to set that word aside for a minute and focus on maybe what might be actually happening in your life. Because I have a sneaky feeling that as a mom, you're not actually lazy. You are completely depleted. And your body has forced itself to go into freeze mode because it physically cannot move forward anymore. It is so past the point of overwhelm that it decided to do nothing at all. Even though you know, like deep down, that you have a bazillion things on your to-do list, you're not ever going to be able to make yourself do them until you get yourself out of this freeze mode. This often occurs when we try to just keep piling things up in our life over and over and over. This occurs a lot in your life when your environment is not set up for success. We'll go into that in a different video. This freeze mode activates within when the drowning stegosaurus shows up in your life. Now, the drowning stegosaurus is a dinosaur archetype that I have created to help overwhelmed moms understand what is happening with their nervous system. And I'll link a video right here if you want to learn more about that specific archetype. But the drowning stegosaurus, he wants to be productive. The drowning stegosaurus wants to get things accomplished, but your nervous system does not have the capacity to handle any movement forward at this moment. And so it is frozen. Now, you might still be able to do the bare necessities and squeak by, but you can't stay in that point very long in your life before you start to go beneath the water level. That's why we call this the drowning stegosaurus. They just keep struggling to stay on top of the water. They get a breath of air and then they just kind of sink a little lower and then they paddle back up to the top. It's like they can never catch their breath. They can never get ahead because your nervous system is stuck in this freeze mode. It's like walking through mud. You understand me? Okay, so you're not lazy. You're depleted. You're drowning. Your nervous system needs to feel safe. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take a moment to help our nervous system feel safe. And for today's practice, we're not going to be moving a lot. And I know that's going to be hard for you, but it's important not to move during this time. When your nervous system is stuck in freeze mode, you need to pause, you need to go inward, and you need to reflect and give yourself an actual moment to find the reserves of your energy, to dredge them up, to get another second wind to keep paddling forward. Now, this is not a long-term fix. There is definitely other issues that need to be, what's the word I'm looking for? They need to be addressed in order to tame your inner stegosaurus, but that's not what we're doing today. We are simply addressing the here and the now, and we're going to kick our nervous system out of that freeze mode. So I want you to grab a blanket. Make it extra fluffy if you can. And I want you to grab an extra pillow and then come over to a wall, okay? And I'm gonna meet you there. So let's head that way right now. And when you arrive, I want you to go ahead and bring your pillow. It's gonna be underneath your head. Your blanket's gonna be on top of you. If you can make your blanket even a little bit extra heavy, that'll help. Maybe use a couple of different blankets to achieve this sensation, but just so you have that extra input, the weighing down sensation, okay? It's not necessarily necessary, but it's an added bonus. All right. My daughter got this blanket for Christmas from her grandma and grandpa, and it is so thick and fluffy. I love it. I kind of wish I had one. Anyway, I'm borrowing it today while she's at school. So what you're gonna do is come up to the wall. We're gonna put our legs up the wall. So you can get there however you want. The easiest way is to just lie on your side. This way you can take a moment and adjust where you need your pillow. And you're gonna scoot your bum up to the wall. And then you're just gonna rotate onto your back and kick your legs up on the wall. Make any last minute adjustments that you need to. I'm gonna move my hair tie here. That's more comfortable. And then take your blanket, cozy up. Bonus points if you have sorry if you can't hear me. Bonus points if you wear socks or slippers during this. I meant to put some on before I push play, but I forgot. So just take a moment here. I'm gonna go get some socks because my feet are actually freezing, but you just settle in here for a minute, mama. Get comfy. Okay, socks activated. It's important to get completely cozy in this moment to get the most benefits out of this short time you have here on your mat to reset your nervous system. So take that extra 30 seconds to get your socks on, to get a pillow, to cozy up in your blanket. I'll try not to hide my mic here, but. And then I want you to close your eyes. You can place your hands either on your belly or your heart or on the earth beside you. If you want to bring a pillow up underneath your hips, you can do that as well. Sometimes just a little extra added support in that area will help you relax even more. And we're gonna breathe here. And it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. You're gonna definitely have that word lazy pop into your mind as you are lying here, but I want you to ignore it. I want you to see the word floating down the river of your mind and just watch it keep floating on past. You don't have to acknowledge it. Just simply observe it and release it. Continue to do that with any thought that pops into your mind. Notice it, and then watch it float on by. Get deeper and deeper into your breath here. And we're gonna pause here for about 4 minutes, and we're just gonna breathe. And every now and then, I will chime in with some food for thought. And as we breathe here, your only job is to simply be here in the moment and listen. But mostly, we're going to be quiet. We're just going to be here in the moment. And maybe your house is a little chaotic right now and it's not 100% silent. And I want you to know that that's okay. It's more than okay. This is about taking a moment for yourself. It's not about perfection. This is about acknowledging that you can have calm in the midst of chaos. So breathe and be here. Four minutes of this real restoration will give you more usable energy than an hour of forcing yourself to work through the deep fatigue and depletion. I guarantee it. I promise it. So give yourself permission to be here completely and fully, without guilt, without shame, and without judgment. Depletion and laziness can feel the same from the outside, but they are completely different on the inside of your body. Laziness is when you are avoiding effort or the task at hand, but depletion is when you just can't access that energy, when you're energy reserve is so low that it's not even accessible. So while you are taking a moment here laying in this pose, I want you to remember that you are not falling more behind as you take a few moments of silence. Instead, you are taking a moment to refuel your energy reserves. You are giving yourself a chance to finish out this day and to give more of yourself. Your body has been using stress hormones to get you through the day up to this point. And these restorative yoga positions can help your brain realize that it doesn't need to keep producing those stress hormones. It can help you take a moment to reduce them and to help you feel a little bit more at ease. Now feel free to stay here as long as you want, Mama, as long as time permits. But when you are ready, slowly bend through your knees, opening your eyes and rolling over onto one side, pausing there for just a moment. And then making your way up to an upright position. It really is cold in here when I don't have the heater on. But I want you to remember that you aren't lazy. Oftentimes your nervous system just needs a quick, gentle hug and reset and acknowledgement that, yeah, you might be a little depleted, but that's easily fixable. So go easy on yourself, Mama. The to-do list will always be there. Your laundry pile will always be there. But you need to take care of yourself along the way in order to be the best version of yourself for your family members. And my hope is that these tools I share here on this channel will give you permission to take a little bit of time for yourself so that you can actually be around to enjoy your life a little bit longer. That might sound morbid, but yeah, you're not going to be any use to your family if you're completely hung out to dry and just drug into the deep dirt of life. That's my message for you today. So you're not lazy, you're depleted, and remember that I'm always here for you. These videos will always be here for you to help you as you make your motherhood journey a walk in the park. Namaste.